President Trump ramping up pressure on Iran for a nuclear deal, surging military assets to the Middle East, and sending a strong warning to Tehran today.
How confident are you that our negotiations with Iran will be successful?
I think they'll be successful, and if they're not, it's going to be a bad day for Iran. Very bad.
Bring in Hugh Hewitt, Fox News contributor and host of the Hugh Hewitt Show. He writes in his latest piece on FoxNews.com that President Trump's next move in Iran could be, quote, the most important decision of his presidency. Hugh say this: Trump could be remembered as the man who brought help to the Iranian people after nearly 50 years of fanatical dictatorship and secured America from an unfolding threat, or as the president who backed down more spectacularly than any president before him. You say that he's got a big choice here. The president has remarked that it's time for new leadership in Iran, but I think there's a real concern about what might fill the power vacuum if the regime were to fall.
Well, there is, John. Good afternoon. I don't think it can get worse than a regime that murders 35 to 40,000 of its people in the streets last month. President Trump's laid down a lot of red lines around Iran. Yesterday, he said extreme trauma if they don't strike a deal. Now, it's possible even for tyrants to capitulate. Gaddafi did that to George W. Bush in late 2003, 2004. You'll remember, after we successfully invaded Iraq, got up to Baghdad, Gaddafi called up and said, come get my Scuds, come get my nukes, come get my chemical weapons of mass destruction. And we did. He totally disarmed. He stayed in power for a few more years, but he totally disarmed. So it's possible that the Iranians would capitulate. But yesterday, the president, on the follow-up question, after he said they'll suffer extreme trauma if they don't strike a deal, he was asked, when? He said, oh, a month or so. So I think we've got a time frame now, and the Ford is on its way. It'll take about 1-2 weeks for the Ford to get there, or a few days to get comfortable on station. And that's more firepower than I've seen assembled since 2003 for the invasion of Iraq. Mm-hmm. And I think the president, what he just said down there at Fort Bragg, was just another message to Iran. Our military can go anywhere and get anything done that it wants to. I think he's going to drop the dime on the Iranians unless they totally capitulate to the missiles, abject support of terrorist groups around the world, stop killing your people, and of course, anything left of the nuclear program that was obliterated. They might even be facing the discombobulator, John.
Yeah. Well, judging by reports that I've heard out of Venezuela from people who were subject to the discombobulator, that's not something that you want to be subject to.
Be sure to like, comment, subscribe, hit the bell, and watch all our content, including full episodes of the YoJoe Show podcast.